The Grand Council chamber floated in the void of space, massive and silent, filled with beings of every shape and color. Beings who had ruled their parts of the galaxy for centuries. Humans had never been here, had never been taken seriously. Yet today, Earth was being watched. Council members leaned forward in their floating seats, their eyes narrow and mocking, pointing at the live transmission from Earth's orbit. "This planet is laughable," one of the reptilian delegates hissed, his voice like broken metal. "Their ships are tiny. Their weapons barely a spark." A holographic display showed Earth spinning slowly below, a blue and green dot in the vast black. Peaceful, fragile, almost like a child playing with fire. The council laughed, a chorus of cruel, echoing laughter that shook the chamber, the sound bouncing off the polished walls like a storm. In the corner, a small human broadcast flickered on the screens, barely noticeable among the grandeur of the alien council. A human voice came through, calm and quiet, almost too quiet to be heard. "They do not see us as we are, but they will," it said, and the council dismissed it with a wave of their clawed hands. The eldest council member, a towering figure with a crown of light circling his head, leaned back, his eyes narrowing at the tiny blue planet. "Do you hear them? They hope to challenge us, laughable," he said, his tone dripping with amusement. Aliens from the outer rings nodded, sharing cruel jokes, mocking the human small fleets, their primitive weapons, and their fragile cities, meanwhile, hidden deep within Earth's atmosphere. The real fleets were moving, quiet as shadows, hidden from view, cloaked in advanced technology that the Council could never imagine. Commanders on the bridge of Earth's largest ship watched the Council's transmission, their faces calm but their eyes sharp, calculating. "Let them laugh," said Commander Rena, her voice firm and steady. "By dawn, they will know who we are." Engineers and pilots moved in perfect coordination, repairing, testing, and readying ships that could rival any Council armada. Each ship carried secret technology, weapons designed to surprise even the most arrogant aliens. Weapons that the Council could not see coming. On the planet below, scientists monitored energy surges, fluctuations in orbit, and signals bouncing in the black of space. Everything pointing to one truth: humanity was ready. Even children, playing in the cities, were unknowingly part of the preparations. Their energy grids powering secret stations, their daily routines feeding the silent army above. Back in the Council, a young delegate made a joke. "Imagine if they actually dared to fight," and the chamber erupted in laughter. Mocking the very idea of human strength, the holographic map zoomed closer to Earth, showing nothing but blue oceans and green continents. Peaceful, serene, innocent, yet hiding a sleeping giant. "Such tiny beings," another council member whispered. "And yet they think themselves a threat." The broadcast switched to Earth's fleet silently gathering at the edge of the atmosphere, massive warships cloaked, engines humming softly like a heartbeat. In that moment, every laugh in the council chamber became a challenge, a dare, a warning the aliens could not understand. Commander Rena walked along the bridge, checking each station, nodding to her officers. "We move at dawn," she said, her voice carrying authority and calm. Every crew member understood. The Council's mockery was not just disrespect, it was an invitation, an opening for humanity to show its true strength. The Council continued to debate Earth's worthlessness, throwing insults, calling humans weak, unworthy, primitive, while Earth's fleet remained silent, invisible, patient. The camera of the broadcast focused on a single ship, the largest, the flagship, its surface smooth and black, hiding weapons that could change the galaxy. In the command room, a young officer whispered, "Do you think they will see us coming?" Commander Rena smiled slightly. "They will see. But it will be too late." her words soft but filled with certainty. As the council members laughed, Earth scientists initiated the final countdown. Signals moving through hidden channels, weapon systems activating in perfect harmony. Not a single alien noticed the small pulse in their sensors, the tiny sign of what was about to happen. The council thought themselves safe, their arrogance blinding them, their mockery making them deaf to the whispers of warning. In the silence of space, beyond the laughter, humanity waited, a hidden force, silent, calculating, ready to strike. The night passed slowly over Earth, the fleet moving like shadows over oceans and deserts. Each ship positioned perfectly for the coming dawn. On the council chamber, no one knew what was coming. Their laughter echoing in the void, a final mistake before the storm. And somewhere deep in Earth's control center, a single line of code activated, a signal to the fleet. Now, it said. The screen flickered back to the council, and the laughter continued. Innocent, foolish, unknowing, by morning. Everything would change, but for now, the universe watched a planet that seemed weak. Harmless and unremarkable, the council mocked, the humans waited. And the stage was set for a moment that would echo across the galaxy. The preparation, the first light of dawn touched Earth. But the world was far from awake. Cities shimmered under a soft haze. And the people moved unaware of the hidden storm above them. Deep underground, in massive hidden bases. Humans worked tirelessly, repairing ships, checking weapons, and coordinating fleets that could outmatch the mightiest alien armadas. The hum of engines and soft clicks of machinery filled the air. A quiet symphony of preparation, each sound marking the heartbeat of a planet ready for war. Commander Rena walked through the corridors of the flagship. Observing her officers, their faces tense but confident. "Status report," she asked, her voice calm. Cutting through the low noise, "All systems green," replied the communications officer. "Weapons ready, shields at maximum, cloaking operational, outside." Massive ships moved silently through the upper atmosphere. Invisible to satellites, invisible to prying eyes in the council chamber. Engineers monitored each vessel, ensuring that every weapon, engine, and control system was flawless. A single mistake could ruin everything. In the training grounds, pilots ran simulations, moving in perfect synchronization, their eyes fixed on holographic enemies, practicing maneuvers that no alien could predict. "Remember," Commander Rena said to a young pilot, "precision is more important than speed. Patience is our greatest weapon." Below, scientists in laboratories monitored energy flows, calculating trajectories and testing new technologies, their formulas moving faster than any council mind could comprehend. A technician whispered, "The council thinks we are weak. They laugh at our size and numbers." Rena's eyes narrowed. "Let them," she said softly. Every laugh is a countdown to their regret. Outside the planet, small scout ships moved quietly, scanning the edge of known space, making sure no alien fleet approached unnoticed. Each ship carried cloaked weapons, ready to strike, silent as shadows, waiting for a signal that would change everything. In the command center, a giant display showed the council chamber. The laughing aliens completely unaware. "Every move we make is invisible to them," said the chief strategist. Pointing at the display, "They will never see it coming." Across the planet, energy grids hummed, powering hidden bases, supply lines, and secret launch pads, everything synchronized with military precision. Rena moved from station to station, checking preparations personally, nodding to engineers, officers, and pilots, ensuring that nothing was overlooked. In one corner, a young technician adjusted the fleet's cloaking technology, her fingers trembling slightly. "This is it," she whispered. "The moment we prove ourselves." Rena paused, looking at the screens. "Not just prove," she said. We will command respect, or they will regret underestimating us." The council's laughter echoed faintly through intercepted broadcasts, each insult a fuel to human determination. At night, Earth's surface seemed peaceful. But under the calm, the planet was alive with silent motion, ships moving in formation, and humans preparing for a battle that could rewrite the galaxy. Each commander gave orders quietly, precise instructions that left nothing to chance. Every human on duty understanding the stakes. Even civilians contributed unknowingly, sending energy through hidden channels, powering systems, and keeping communications alive. Rena walked to the bridge of the flagship, watching the planet from orbit, her mind calculating the coming hours. "We wait for the perfect moment," she said. "We strike when they are most blind, outside." The stars sparkled in the void, serene and eternal. But Earth's fleet hovered like a storm ready to break, a quiet threat the galaxy had never imagined. The final checks began, countdowns initiated, each officer double-checking protocols, ensuring that nothing could fail. "Engines?" Rena asked, and the reply came instantly. "Operational, silent, ready, shields at maximum, invisible to detection weapons, primed, cloaked and waiting." The council continued to mock, throwing insults across the galaxy, unaware of the silent power moving against them. Every laugh from the chamber made the humans more determined, their patience now a weapon as strong as any missile or energy beam. As midnight approached, the last phase of preparation began. Small fleets moving into final positions, hidden behind moons and asteroid belts. Signals were encrypted, channels secured, every code double-checked, every contingency planned. The humans waited, silent, invisible, ready, their patience stretched only by the arrogance of the aliens above. And somewhere, in the heart of the command center, Rena looked at the stars, thinking of the council, of their mockery, of the moment that would change everything. The preparation was nearly complete, and when the signal came, the galaxy would learn the truth. Earth was not to be mocked. Earth's fleets were not fragile, and humanity was far stronger than anyone could imagine. The council's mockery, the council chamber glowed with alien light. Massive columns spiraling into the void, each decorated with symbols of power and victory. Delegates leaned forward in their seats, whispering, laughing, mocking Earth with every word. "They are barely a blink in the galaxy," said a tall, insectoid member, his voice clicking with amusement. "Tiny ships, weak weapons, and fragile cities," added another, a being whose skin shimmered like liquid metal. A young counselor chuckled loudly. "Imagine them trying to fight us. They could not even scratch a single cruiser." The holographic display of Earth's orbit flickered faintly, unnoticed, hiding the ships that moved silently. Invisible and patient, the council laughed harder, mocking humanity's intelligence, their courage, and their strength, unaware that each insult was heard on Earth's hidden comms. Commander Rena stood on the bridge of the flagship, her eyes narrowing at the council feed. "They do not see us as we are," she said softly. But their laughter will be their last mistake. Officers around her checked instruments, every radar, scanner, and cloaking field functioning perfectly. "Signal checks?" she asked, and every reply came steady, clear, silent, ready. Meanwhile, in the council chamber, a loud voice rose above the laughter. "We must not waste time on this primitive planet. They are nothing." No one noticed the small pulse on their sensors, a tiny anomaly they dismissed as a minor interference. Unknown to the council, Earth's fleet had already shifted positions, moving in perfect formation, hidden behind asteroids and clouds. Each alien delegate continued to mock, sharing personal jokes, laughing at the supposed cowardice of humans. "Their technology is laughable," hissed a serpent-like counselor. They could not survive a single engagement with our scouts in orbit. Human scouts listened, feeding real-time data back to the flagship. We see them clearly, a young officer whispered. They have no idea what's coming on Earth. Scientists monitored alien communications, decoding signals, preparing countermeasures, ensuring that the Council's arrogance would be their downfall. The Council, drunk with confidence, debated the planet's value, some suggesting Earth could be used for study or conquest, while others joked about taking its resources. Every insult, every careless joke was a countdown. A mistake that would cost them dearly. Commander Rena moved to the central display, her hand brushing over the controls. Patience, she reminded her officers. We strike when they are blind, and the Council, one member, arrogant and loud, suggested sending a fleet to Earth just to show dominance. The chamber erupted in laughter again, each laugh bouncing off the walls like a wave, masking the silent approach of humanity's forces. Unseen, the human fleet edged closer, cloaked in darkness, engines whispering softly against the vacuum of space. A Council advisor noticed a blip on a sensor and frowned. Minor interference, probably natural, he said, and returned to his chair. Not one delegate suspected the truth, their arrogance blinding them. Their pride deafening, Rena observed, her eyes cold and steady, knowing that the Council's mockery would soon be met with shock. Keep positions, she ordered. Do not engage yet. Let them laugh a little longer, in the command center. Countdowns continued, hidden signals flowing across the fleet, systems powering weapons in silent synchronization. Every laugh is fuel, said a young officer. They cannot imagine what we have prepared, the Council continued, their arrogance rising with every passing moment, mocking Earth's fleets, its people, and even the planet itself. They are nothing, one delegate said, and yet they dare hope for victory? Little did they know, Earth's hope was not small. It was precise, it was calculated, and it would strike with the force of a storm. As the Council debated trivial matters, human pilots practiced their maneuvers. Simulations perfect, engines humming silently, weapon systems primed. The contrast was stark. Arrogance versus patience, mockery versus preparation, ignorance versus strategy. By now, every human crew knew the plan, every ship in formation, ready to strike the moment Rena gave the command. And the Council, laughing, mocking, and arrogant, had no idea that the smallest planet in their chamber of ridicule was about to become the most dangerous force they had ever encountered. Somewhere in the flagship, Rena's hand hovered over the final control panel, her finger ready to initiate the strike that would silence the laughter forever. The stage was set, the players unaware, and the countdown to humanity's vengeance had begun. By morning, the Council's arrogance would meet the precision of human strategy, and the galaxy would remember the day Earth's fleets disappeared from sight, only to return as a storm no one expected. Humanity strikes. The first rays of the alien sun barely touched the Council chamber when the calm of space shattered. On the edge of the Council's territory, Earth's fleet appeared suddenly, massive, silent, and cloaked until the final moment. Radar screens on the Council ships flickered wildly. Alarms screamed through the hallways, but the delegates were still frozen in disbelief. Impossible, hissed the eldest counselor, his crown of light trembling as sensors picked up the invisible fleet. Energy pulses and engine hums filled the void, the human ships moving with a precision no alien could anticipate. Commander Rena watched calmly from the flagship bridge, her eyes sharp, her fingers ready to give the final command. "Engage now," she whispered, and the fleet became visible. Black silhouettes cutting through the starlight, weapons glowing ominously. The Council scrambled, sending ships to intercept, but human tactics were flawless. moving like shadows through asteroid belts, weaving past sensors and striking before anyone could react. Laser beams and plasma bursts lit the void. Council ships exploding in silent fireballs, fragments scattering like meteor showers. The arrogance of the Council became their weakness, their unpreparedness clear in every blink of the alarm. A Council member shouted, "Target their flagship." But it was too late. The flagship moved faster. Weapons fired in perfect synchronization, and enemy cruisers disintegrated before they could even aim. On the bridge of Earth's flagship, Rena smiled slightly. Her crew calm, confident, and unstoppable. "Lock on all remaining targets," she commanded. Precision over panic. Human ships twisted, turned, and struck from unexpected angles, their cloaking devices allowing them to vanish and reappear. Each attack surgical and decisive, Council members ran to their consoles, shouting orders, trying to organize defenses. But confusion spread faster than any weapon could. The largest Council battleship fired, its weapons blazing. Yet the human fleet anticipated each strike, dodging effortlessly, returning fire that tore holes in alien armor. In one corner of the chamber, a young delegate trembled. How is this possible?" The Council elder bellowed, "They must be using forbidden technology." But the truth was simpler. Humanity's preparation, patience, and strategy outmatched raw strength. Energy shields flashed and shattered, cruisers exploded, and smaller scout ships were obliterated in moments, the Council's arrogance turning into panic. Rena's fleet moved in perfect waves, each ship covering the other, creating a deadly dance of strategy and firepower. From Earth, millions watched the live feed. Engineers, scientists, and civilians knowing that their combined effort had created this unstoppable force. Even hidden satellites played a role, jamming Council communications, redirecting sensors, and ensuring that humanity's strike remained unpredictable. The Council's communication channels were chaos. Each delegate shouting orders that collided with others, their fleet disorganized and easy prey. A Council officer realized too late that they had underestimated humans completely. They are not just fighters, they are masters of strategy. Rena observed the destruction. Calm and methodical. Focus on precision. "Do not waste energy on minor vessels," she said, her crew nodding, executing flawlessly. As the Council flagship began to crumble under coordinated fire, Rena activated a hidden weapon, a silent energy pulse that disabled all remaining defenses without a single human casualty. Silence followed for a brief moment, broken only by the flickering alarms of alien ships. The Council chamber, once filled with laughter and arrogance, now echoed with fear, desperation, and disbelief. "They mocked us," whispered a young officer. "And now they pay the price." The flagship moved among the wreckage, scanning for any remaining threats. But most of the Council's forces had already vanished under the precise human assault. By the time the dust settled, the Council's fleets were crippled, their armadas destroyed, and their arrogance shattered. Commander Rena looked at the remains of the alien warships. Her eyes calm, her voice firm. "Let this be a lesson," she said. Humanity is not to be mocked. In that moment, the galaxy understood a truth no Council could deny. Earth was a force to be reckoned with, silent until the right moment and deadly when provoked. And as the human fleet moved away from the ruins, hidden once more,